13 years ago, almost to the exact day, actually, it was September 13 years ago, I was ending my time as being an incel. I was looking up the definition of incel, and I'll put it on the screen for you. I was looking that up because someone had asked about it, and that's exactly what I was. I was involuntarily celibate, as they say, right? I was somebody who loved women, was interested in women, but I was not attractive to them, and I wasn't a very attractive person in general. And up to that point, I was only lucky enough to be with one woman in my entire life in my early 20s. So what happened at that point, and I'm going to share that with you in this video, is I was able to turn that around. I'm going to tell you how I turned it around, and I'm going to give advice too, if anyone feels they're in the same category as well, how they could turn themselves around. Pretty much all the stuff and all the advice that I give on my YouTube channel is directed to helping men become the best versions of themselves, helping them to attract women and to take control of their lives. And I want to talk to you about how I did it and how you can do it as well. So all through high school, even through college, all the way into my early 20s, I was a guy who was just generally a little more shy, especially around women. I didn't know anything to say around women. I was overweight. I wasn't very attractive, not good looking. I'll have pictures and stuff up so you could see what I was starting with. And the pictures, you could see the look, but it's more so the personality that I did not have at that point. And I loved women. I thought they were really attractive, and I definitely wanted to have more of them in my life. I always did my entire life. But where I was at, I was not attracting them at all. And I really felt at that time, I was like, look, you can maybe make more money. You could get in shape and get better looking, but I didn't know that you could actually learn how to attract women. I didn't know that that was possible. So back in the day when I found out that there was, online communities and there was books and stuff like that to teach you how to attract women, I said, man, what do I have to lose? Because I was so lonely and depressed at that point in my life where I said, what do I have to lose? I'll do whatever it takes. Let me read all the books. Let me try to improve this. And that started my journey, which has now been 13 years. I've been on this journey, been coaching for 10 of them, and it's been actually 12 of them. I've been actually coaching people. And it's been a long journey on myself where I just dove headfirst into improving myself. Worked on my fashion, lost over 100 pounds, and got my look together, which I do think is important. But more importantly, I really started to push myself out of my comfort zone. I was somebody who stayed home Friday and Saturday nights. I was not a person who ever approached women or indicated interest. See, the thing is, we're talking about incels and stuff like that, involuntarily celibate. It's that word involuntarily, meaning that you are not participating in your own success, okay? If you lay back and expect things to happen, they're never going to in life. Look, life isn't fair. That just is what it is, right? When I started to say, look, I need to take control of this. I need to take massive action. And I'll tell you what, I failed a bunch. I was reading books and watching videos and stuff that was kind of out of date. I didn't wind up getting a coach or whatever. I tried to figure it out on my own, which is still getting other people's advice, but I was just afraid to go and get feedback and criticism in person. So I would have rather read, watch videos, and do all that. And then I just put myself out there over and over, started approaching women, talking to women. And in the beginning, it was really tough. I got a lot of rejections. I came off very awkward, very weird. But it was all a learning and a growing process. And looking back to it, it was the best journey that I've ever done in my life because I put myself out there. I came to a point, which every guy has to come to if they're not getting the results they want in their lives. I came to a point where I was like, look, I can't go down this road anymore. I have to do whatever it takes. I have to make a change or else my entire life, almost like in Back to the Future when they go back in time and it screws up the whole alternate future, right? I was like, man, my future is going to head down a terrible path unless I make this decision right here at this point to make a change and stand up for myself and take control of my life, just like Marty's dad did when he punched Biff in the face and stood up to him. His entire life trajectory changed. And that was the point for me where I said, look, I need to take control of my life and take ownership. Look, I'll tell you right now, it sucks, okay? It sucks if you're not naturally that attractive. It sucks that you have to do more work than other people. I feel for you, but you know what? life isn't fair, and no one's going to really care about that. Okay, no one cares. I hate to say it, but no one really cares about the journey. They really care about who you become in the end. Okay, they care about the finished product more than the journey, and you have to do whatever it takes to make that happen. And once I realized that and stopped feeling bad for myself, I remember there was a shift in my early 20s where I was like, man, no one's going to feel bad for me. Nobody cares what I have to do. I just have to do whatever it takes because this is me and this is my life. Yeah, I have to do more than other people. Yeah, it sucks, but I have to do it. I put myself out there, changed my look, forced myself to socialize, sometimes 7 nights a week. Years go by, I eventually start getting better with women, start having the adventures and stuff that I want, started making lots of friends, being social, and start to develop into the person that I want. I took a picture of myself the other day, which I was going to post on my Instagram, and I'm not going to write the caption because it's too personal, but what I really wanted to write in the caption was, when I was younger, I always had a vision of the man I wanted to be. I wanted to be in good shape. I wanted to dress cool and look cool. I wanted to have friends, have women around, and be somebody who was awesome and fun and cool and badass and all this stuff. And I remember looking at that picture of me that I was going to post, and maybe I'll put the picture up over here. And I was like, dude, like the younger me in my teens, in my early 20s would look at that guy and be like, wow, that guy is badass. He looks pretty cool. And not even just the look, it's more so who I am as a person and my character and stuff like that. All the work, I've done so much work on myself inside and out. And I still do the work, even weighing my food on a food scale and forcing myself to socialize, reading the books, journaling, doing all the stuff that I still do to this day has got me to become the person that I am. I'm in a place where I am finally proud of who I am. I love who I am. And sure, I want to work on some things, but I want to work on those things because it's more of a fun project for me and something that I want to do rather than, I need to do this because I'm not good enough. It took me 13 years to arrive to that place, 13 years of really hard work to arrive to that place. But looking back, it's something I'm really proud of. And what I want to do as well here in this video for you is the last part is my advice to you, okay? And I'm going to give props to a guy who commented on my video, and he's the one who got me interested in this topic. So my buddy, Anime Saved My Life, had commented on my video. I'll put the comment on here, and talked about how he is now working on not becoming an incel himself as well. My advice to you is the first step is to just realize that life isn't fair, like I've mentioned a few times in this video, and say, look, you have to do what it takes, and your journey is different than someone else. Yes, some guys are naturally good with women. Some guys naturally have a six-pack and they could eat pizza and soda, right? Some guys inherit family money or inherit a business or something like that. That's great for them. It's nothing to be jealous of. If anything, be happy for them. Give them props. That's totally cool. But you have to do what you need to do. And I'll tell you what, okay? The cool thing about you having to do all these changes and work on yourself is that you'll become a stronger and better person from it in the end. You'll be able to relate to other people, and eventually you could even help other people like I'm doing here with this YouTube channel, okay? So it is actually a blessing in disguise that you have a longer way to go. But instead of complaining, I used to have guys that could comment on my videos and complain, I'm not good looking, I'm this, I'm that, and this. And I'm like, what are you're complaining to me, and I get you, I feel you, buddy, this sucks, but you have to do the work. And I'm putting in the videos and I'm teaching you how to do the actual work. The energy that you're spending complaining and being upset at the world or being upset at women or whoever that aren't interested in you, you can use that energy to become a great person, okay? Look in the mirror and say, do I look in a certain way? And look, you may not be a classically good-looking person or whatever. Look at what I used to look like, okay? I was definitely not good-looking at all, but I put a lot of work in to cultivate an image that I think is cool and looks a lot more attractive now, especially getting in shape and working on my fashion and all this stuff like that. Got LASIK and got rid of my glasses, all these things that I've done. And then even more important than that is the personality. And the only way to develop your personality is by putting yourself out there and forcing yourself to socialize. Go read Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Go out and put yourself out there as far as going out and approaching women, going on dating apps and chatting with women, going to meetups, going to social networking groups. My best friend who I have in my life now, and I have lots of friends, but last year I found a new best friend who I hang out with all the time. I literally walked up to him and approached him. I was talking to my sister on the phone about this today. Like, when I want something in my life now, I've learned that I have to go after it. You can't just expect it to happen. You have to take control of your life. That's the most important part. And doing all this other stuff is super important too, but you have to put yourself out there and go after what you want. There's things in life, and I'm going to write about this in a book, where there's things in life that on paper seem really easy, but in person they're very hard to do. A perfect example of that is approaching a woman, right? You see a woman, she's attractive, you just got to walk up and say hi. Simple, right? But it's so actually difficult to do. Same thing with making friends with a guy or someone else, right? Like I said, I approached my best friend. Hey, you seem really cool. He was a good-looking guy. He has his stuff together. He's fun. He's always hanging around women. I said, we should hang out. We should be friends. And I pursued him, and then we became best friends. And now we hang out all the time. I made one of those choices, and I'm encouraging you to make those choices to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Put yourself out in the real world. Get the hell off the phone, get off the apps, get off the computer, all that stuff. And to really go after and to create the life that you want. Take a minute and write down, what is that life that you want? What type of man do you want to be? And create that vision, and the clear vision you have, you can become that person. That's what I've done in my life. I'm at a point where I love the person that I am. I'm now able to enjoy life. I'm able to have great times with women, great friends, adventures, and do the things I've always wanted to in life with a lot more confidence and a lot more love for myself and a place of enjoyment. And now I'm at a point where I'm giving that back to other people as well to help them. So I really encourage you to do this. And look, if you want someone to feel bad for you, I feel bad. I get it. You know, you're at a place where even if you have tried this or even if you haven't tried some stuff and it sucks, you know, women aren't attracted to you, you know, you're kind of lonely, and, you know, there's other people who are doing well. That's great. You can't compare yourself to the other people. You can be inspired by them, and just remember, it's you, it's your own race, and you have to do what it takes to make that vision of yourself, make that a reality. And at the end of your life, there's no excuse, okay? I always say there's no excuse is going to be valid on your deathbed. When it's at the end of your life and you didn't meet the women that you wanted, you didn't have the friends that you wanted, you didn't travel to the places you wanted to go, you didn't have the experiences that you really, truly wanted to experience, there's no one to blame but yourself, okay? And it sucks if you got dealt a different hand in your life. I did too. Look, I wish I could go out to eat with my friends all the time and eat how they like, and I wish, and not get fat, right? I look at dessert and I can get heavy. I wish that women were naturally attracted to me. I wish I didn't have to do all this work. And actually now looking back, I don't wish any of that, because it actually made me become a fitness trainer, become a coach for men. And it helped me become a great person that people love, admire, and look up to. So look at it as a blessing that you have to do the work, and let today be the day that you start down your journey. I commend you. I respect you. If you have any questions or you need any guidance along your journey, please comment below, watch my channel, follow my stuff, and I'm happy to help you out. And let's be the best versions of ourselves that we can. Much love.